Hello crafters, it's Mark and so I'm going to be making a 1 stamp 5 cards video. So I basically made 5 cards with 1 stamp set, so it's really broadening my creativity. So to start off with, I stamped out all the pandas like 5 times each, so I have a lot of new stamps, like I've not stamped out pandas. So for this one I'm just sticking them down along the bottom edge, and they have double-sided tape on the back. It is there, trust me. So I also have the novel from Scripty Thanks die, and I'm using a tiny clean marker in lilac colour, and it's going to be colouring that on behind the Scripty Thanks die. So now I'm just colouring it in, and now I'm going to be using glossy accents to stick it down, and I'm putting it strategically on the back, and I'm sticking down with tweezers. You really could do without the tweezers, so I'm just trying to look a bit fancier. So that's it, and I'm just trying to take off excess glossy accents because there was some there. And now I have some paper in the background. It's from the Docrafts Creativity January 2016 card, like goodie bag, and I'm going to stick down at the back. And I also have some corrugated cardboard, which I just don't know where I got it from, but I have it. So the paper is kind of foiled, so it's very nice. And I have a die-cut hexagon from Sissix. It's part of their big stamp set, like not stamp set, die set. You get like 10 dies in varying sizes of hexagons. So I'm sticking down a kissing pandas on it with some double-sided foam like roller. So I'm just going to stick that down at the top of the card, the hexagon. I'm kind of a bit off camera, but not too much. And I have Kiss Kiss I Love You, that sentiment. So I'm just going to stick that down. And as you can see, there's a big white border on one side, so I cut that off. So I just cut that off with my Memento Tux 8-inch, 8.5-inch trimmer. And now I'm doing some distressing blending. So I have fired brick and seedless preserves from tin holes. It's mini distress juice, that means like set 3, and it's going to be blending that in, so half and half of the tag, and the tag is from Sissix die cut again. So I'm just going to try and do my best to blend it all in. I'm not the best blender, and I am using a homemade foam ink applicator because I'm too cheap to buy and they're too expensive. So yeah, I'm going to try and blend it in the middle. It didn't really work out too well, but it worked out enough, so yeah. So anyway, here's my finished tag. I really like it. And now I have this background, and I use hexagons from the hexagon die set by Sissix, and it's the smallest hexagon I used, and I just foamed all of them on top. And I also used gelatos, and the colours I used were dark green is spearmint, lime is the lighter green, cotton candy is the light blue, and blueberry is the dark blue. So I just kind of blended those out in the background, and I'm going to be using the panda at the like tree panda and the sentiment, I forgot which one. And do you know, at the top of the stamp set, what are those arms? I don't know where you put them. If anybody knows, please tell me below. Thank you. And I'm just putting those down in a kind of random but organized way. So I'm using a rule of thirds or trees again, or triangle rule, because I use that all the time. So I'm using my tweezers again to look extra fancy, and I'm just sticking those down. My idea was that they're going to be jumping, but I don't know if it really looks like that. And this is the sentiment that I used I love you this much, and I'm putting that at the bottom. So yeah, I like that card. And next is the tag card again. So I'm just sticking down a panda, and as I said before, I pre-stamped all of them, so I think you won't have to stamp them. So I'm also sticking down a Chinese lantern with this big I stamped them like 2 together. And this is my background. It's from Basic Grey Persimmon 6x6 paper collection. I love that paper. I've been hoarding it forever, but don't tell anybody. but I am going to use it. So I'm sticking that down, and I think I had to cut this again. So my scales are quite bad. Yeah, I had to cut it again, so I just cut off like a millimeter or two off the edge. And luckily cut right, or else I'd have had a big tear, it'd been horrible. And what did I use for this one? I forgot the sentiment I used for this one. Yeah. And I'm just going to stick that down kind of like diagonally on the card. And I'm going to stick down the sentiment at the very bottom of the card. And now this is the second black card. And I'm using my Staedtler Pigment Fine Liner 0.5mm pen to kind of draw out two lines. And I'm using the, what's it called? The Chinese lanterns. I'm going to stick them out now. I had the non-pawn chit chat, hello, no, thanks stamps there, and I use both of the Chinese lanterns on the top, and I'm just sticking down both pandas. I think I have the baby one, no I don't, it's the bigger one that's dancing, and the one that's standing, and I'm going to be sticking down the Chinese lanterns with with sticks on them so they can hold it. I'm using glossy accents for that, and I'm only putting glue on the Chinese lantern bit, not the other bit, the stick bit. So, yeah. So I'm just sticking those down behind their hand. So now I'm going to be sticking down the sequins, and I'm using glossy accents by Ranger, and I'm using rule of cards, so 1, 2, 3 on the card, and I'm using Gutterman sequins, and I stuck down sequins on all the cards, so. And yeah, so I use a mixture of colours, and now I'm going to be colouring in the little Chinese lanterns on this card. So I'm using Tiger markers by Tiger, and I think I'm using greens, purples, yellows, and I didn't do too much blending, I just did every second row on the thing, and no blending at all because it's so small, this is blending anyway. And now I'm going to be using my happy birthday, handmade by stamp. I'm really going on today. And it's called DCC SO41 by Docrafts, and they're a UK brand. So I'm just sticking that down and then I'll write my initials down below. So I hope you like this video. If you want more of these videos, please comment and like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time, and hope you like this video. Bye.